In the United States, car repossessions are sweeping across the nation.
Get it.
Oh my God, lady. Somebody to bring you down there.
No, I don't. My father is dead. I'm estranged from my mother, and my sister is deathly ill in the hospital. So what the hell am I supposed to do?
Call Uber or Lyft.
Uber? What makes you think I can afford an Uber? If I'm making these $300 some odd dollar payments on this car every month, I'm paying bills every month, I'm paying my rent every month, groceries are going up because of what we got going on in this stupid economy.
Repossessions is at an all-time high since 2008 and that 2009 mortgage crisis. And now we are seeing a peak, especially after this pandemic with high inflation. Many people are not able to hold on to their car loans.
I cried so much last night that my eyes aren't working right today, which I guess is good. I don't have to drive today because I don't have a car. Having your car repossessed is so scary. I don't know how I'm going to get my kid to school. You know, we live in the middle of nowhere, so there's no buses, there's no transportation. It is autistic, and obviously last night them taking the car was very stressful for her, and she's really worried. I've tried to tell her that everything's going to be okay, but I don't even believe it myself, so.
Now, these numbers are a clear indication of economic distress in the United States because most people, right after their rent or their mortgage, is going to pay their car note because you need your car to go to work, make income, and to feed your family. But right now, repos are maxing out at this all-time high. And if you are a person that have a repo on your credit report, even if you give that car back, it is very hard to get another vehicle which you would need in order to make income. So in this video, I'm going to share with you ways where you can get a repossession off of your credit report. And also, if you're currently in financial distress, ways that you can actually keep your vehicle. And we're going to jump into it in this video. Now, one of my users in my elite credit system was able to remove her repossession off of her credit reports. Now, one of the strategies that you need to use in order to remove a repo, number one, is looking at your current credit reports. How is that repossession reporting? It can report as a charge off or a collection, and even both. Now, depending on the reporting status, if it is as a charge off only and it has a balance on that charge off, that means that that company is still trying to collect on that debt and haven't sold that debt to a collection company. Now, if you see that charge off with a zero balance, but now you see a collection and it has a balance, then that means that account has been sold off. Now, if you're in the scenario where you have a charge off and a collection, you want to make sure that you look at that charge off and see that there's a zero balance, because you cannot have both of these accounts having a balance owed. For instance, if it's $10,000, guess what? If you have a $10,000 charge off, then a $10,000 collection, that's $20,000 reported being owed on your credit report. And that's absolutely not true. So you need to dispute that charge off directly with the credit bureaus. And now, one of the ways you can attack that with a charge off, if it's reporting that repo, if you see the C, O, or a C every month, that charge off is an account that's been charged off. How can it be expecting a monthly payment every month? Anytime you see the credit bureaus report like this, they're trying to keep your credit score down, because if they just hit you with a negative item, stop reporting every month, you'll see your score go up. So you would want to dispute with the credit bureaus on this kind of reporting to get that collection taken off. Now, when it comes down to repossession, they are supposed to take certain steps before they repossess that car and during the repossession. Number one, before, they need to send you notices that the status and the payment amount that needs to be paid on the car in order to keep the car. And if they repossess the car by picking the car up, then they should give you a notice with the total balance that you need to pay so you can redeem the car. And if you're not able to redeem the car, when they take that car to auction, they need to give you the date and the opportunity to be at that auction so you can see for yourself how much they sold the car and how much the outstanding balance will be on the debt that's owed on that car. They also should, if you request it, give you the original contract, which is very important to see what interest you actually owe. So one of the techniques that we use is to first dispute with the credit bureaus And then at the same time, you will send these requests for those required notices directly with the car lender. Then you will send a letter requesting the whole payment history on that account for your car with the lender directly. You always send both of these letters certified mail. You're going to demand the whole payment history on that account, and you're going to look at what they're charging you and what's the final outstanding balance, and even the date of last payment, because the date of last payment is that clock of 7 years starting on how long they can leave that account on your credit report. And many of these companies love to re-age this debt in order to keep it on longer. Once you get the whole payment history, you'll know the last date that you actually paid on that account. So you can use that to dispute if you find an error with the credit bureaus to show that that reporting is wrong. Now, remember, the only way they can report a negative item to you if it's 100% correct and 100% complete. And of course, in that case, it will be incorrect. You need to check with the IRS to see if that company wrote off that debt and actually issued a 1099-C, that you need to take that tax liability on your end and pay taxes on that account. Because if they 1099 and discharge the debt, then you no longer owe it. So getting your transcripts from the IRS, you can see that on your transcripts. And that can be another way to prove that you no longer owe the debt. Now, the second option before you get your car repossessed, you may want to actually see if you can get additional income to help you pay your car payment. One of the ways that you can do it is by putting the car on Turo. These platforms allow you to rent out your car to someone else, and you may be able to generate enough income to pay on your car loan or to catch it up. And even if you have to actually hitch your ride to work, this will only be a temporary situation than having your car repossessed and you're permanently walking. This can also help you save your credit report from damage. Another way to make money from the car is car wrapping. There are companies that allow you to wrap the car that you have, and they will pay you for different advertisers to wrap your car. Now, this can also be a passive income where you can keep your vehicle and make money with the vehicle by simply wrapping the car and getting paid. Another way is actually using the car to do deliveries like Uber Eats or any kind of gig work to help you. And I always talk about field inspections. This is something you can do at your own part-time and schedule by becoming a field inspector. And you can work for mortgage companies, insurance companies, and even lenders in order to make money in your own flexible schedule by being the eyes and ears for the banks in order to see the condition of a property or a piece of equipment that they have with a client. So you can use that to generate an income with that vehicle. And these inspections are in all 50 states in the United States. And I have a book where you can check out all of these companies listed in your state if you're interested in making extra income. And this can be an additional way where you in your spare time can help you generate more money to maintain and keep your vehicle instead of losing it to repossession. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. But if you have more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.